Kringle haul. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. As you can tell from the thumbnail title and from the intro, we have a Kringle haul today. I participated in the designer 3 weeks that were 50% off, and I believe they still are 50% off on Kringle's website. And then I also want to share with you guys the freebies that I was able to choose that were gifted to me from Kringle as a part of becoming a new ambassador to the company. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, I do want to briefly go over the Winter Reserve 2025 candles that are launching October 28th at 12 p.m. Standard Eastern Time. Just to give you guys my final thoughts and kind of a wrap up. I know I didn't get a chance to do a cold sniff video, sit down video with you guys, but I did review each of the candles. Dedicated reviews are up on the channel if you guys want to check it out. Without further ado, let's get into this haul. Fragrance choice for the morning is Kringle's Cabin in the Woods, which is burning in my living room. And I decided to pair it with Virgil from South of Sanity's Enchantress Wax Melts. It smells amazing in here. So just wanted to shout out Virgil. I will definitely have quite a few of his wax melts in my empties video at the end of the month. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. First up, we have Rosemary and Lemon. I absolutely love this wraparound design on this candle. I had my eye on this candle for quite some time. I love herbal scents and I love fresh citrus scents, and I love when herbal scents are paired with lemon. So I'm glad that I finally got to pick this one up in the 3 week. The 3 weeks are what got me back into purchasing from the brand. I want to say a little over a year and a half now. I decided to finally revisit the brand. I think I tried them out in 2022. And I started shopping again with them May of 2024 and have been shopping with Kringle consistently since then. And these are the jar style. This jar style is what got me back into consistently shopping with Kringle and branching out to the 2-wick tumbler jar styles and even the 4 wicks now. Rosemary and Lemon has notes of lemon, herbs, jasmine, lime, orchid, peach, tea, wood, and ylang. Oh, and despite all of those scent notes, you really do get a nice, fresh lemon. So this isn't like your sweet or candy sweet type lemon. This smells like a natural, like you just sliced open a lemon. That's definitely at the forefront with the herbal in the background. So I like how they're paired together on cold. It just says herbs, but I'm pretty sure it's the rosemary note in there. I don't really get the jasmine and orchid. Peach and tea. I don't even get peach and tea. I don't get the floral notes. I just get a nice, fresh, clean lemon scent. I don't get any wood. Yeah, with all of those scent notes in here, I honestly just smell the lemon and a nice herbal touch in the background. So excited to try this one. I need to light it sooner rather than later because I need to know if I should get a backup of this one. But I will see how this one performs in strip and throw in my open concept. I absolutely love the grapefruit from Kringle. Oh, essentials. I was going to get essentials. I've had that candle in the 3 wick twice, but I decided to give rosemary and lemon a try. So with this haul, it's a small haul because I do have a lot of Kringle 3 wicks to get through from all of the sales that they've been having since I've been consistently shopping with them. And I kept saying I wanted to get another essentials because I done burned through my pink grapefruit. I don't have any more. And I burned through my volcanic sunrise from Goose Creek. And I love using citrus scents when I'm cooking, like when I have food odors and I'm cooking food that has strong food odors. I love to use citrusy scents to clear the air. And then I also just enjoy fresh, clean citrus scents, you know, on their own, whether I'm cooking or not. So I will be lighting this one up soon because while these candles are still on sale, if you haven't heard, I believe the designer 3 wicks are going away. So I was shocked to see new fragrances or fragrances that's been around that hasn't been released in the 3 wick before get poured in this format. So can't wait to light this one because if it's as good as I think it's going to be, I need more of this one. Another scent that I've been itching to try from Kringle, Succulents. Of course, y'all know my favorite color is green, so I absolutely love this jar design. Succulents has notes of earth incense, cinnamon stick, blackberry, raw honey, clove leaf, smoked leather, patchouli, dark woods, and vanilla bean. Oh, I like this one. This is so interesting. I love when Kringle makes complex fragrances like this, and this would be perfect to burn right now. Like, it's not super spooky Halloween, but it definitely can fit into like the October Halloween vibe with a lot of the fragrances I'm burning right now. I like how that leather note is present, but it's not dominating the scent. I do get the incensey, like that earthy incensey vibe from it. Cinnamon stick, I don't really get anything spicy. Clove leaf, dark woods, vanilla bean, and honey. Not getting too much vanilla. I would say this is more like the earthy notes. It's not heavy on the patchouli. And the honey could be giving it sweetness, but that's not even a dominant note in here. So I mostly get the earthy incense, the leather for sure, the patchouli, the dark woods. It has a woodiness to it. And I wouldn't even say blackberry. Not on cold. It's not super fruity. It's mostly those like earthy, woodsy, incensey types of notes that I get mostly on cold. And there are times that I have lit Kringle candles where I get one thing on cold and then I light it and other scent notes come through. This is one I will not be boxing up and holding on to. I need to light this like now because I need to know if I need to repurchase this one, because this doesn't smell like anything I ever smelled before. It's so interesting and unique, and it pairs and will probably go with a lot of stuff that I'm burning now, but I'm definitely going to try it out on its own to see how I like it, so I could get another one before these designer jars go away. Another candle I had my eyes on since it debuted but didn't get around to purchasing is Away in a Manger. I love this whole nativity story wraparound label. Away in a Manger has notes of juicy orange, mint leaf, lemon, clove bud, rose, cinnamon, nutmeg, musk, vanilla, and cashmere woods. Ooh. Oh, that smells so good. You get the orange for sure. That's definitely a top note. Mint leaf, not really. Rose, cinnamon, nutmeg. On cold, this it's not just an orange fragrance, but that is the dominant note on cold. Musk, vanilla, cashmere woods. Nope, I mostly just get orange, but I know it's more. I know it's going to be more to the scent when I light it up, but that dominant note of the juicy orange is what I mostly get in this candle. So this is a fruity scent. Looking at the label, you would think it would be like more of a tree leaning, like classic holiday-ish time of scent, but this is more fruity, and I like it. You don't get too many fragrances other than like the type of scents that are pomander for winter holiday, and this doesn't really lean pomander to me because I'm not picking up on any type of tree note, nor is it listed in the scent notes. Yeah, I can't wait to light this one and see what happens. Just the label alone, I absolutely love it, and I do like the fragrance. Yeah, I do like what I'm smelling. It's just the orange on cold is dominating any other scent notes that I could pick up on. So this is another one I'm going to light at least to test it out and see if I want to get backups, because if this was out in a 3-wick before and they reported, 9 times out of 10, it's on sale again because it's about to go away. So I need to know if I need another one. So I'll be lighting this one soon as well. And then last but not least from this haul, we have Winter Wonder, another fragrance that I've had my eyes on for years. I believe this has been out for 2 years now, maybe 3, but it has a 2024 pour date. Scent notes are fir, evergreen, ozone, grapefruit, balsam, evergreen, and cedarwood. Oh yeah, this is an evergreen fragrance for sure, with some fruitiness to it. So yep, you definitely get, it's not, the grapefruit is nicely done in here. So even if you don't like grapefruit, it's not dominating the scent. It's more tree forward. You get more of that evergreen than the grapefruit. It's not, I know some people feel like grapefruit is too citrusy, acidic, and tart, but no. Oh my gosh, and it's fresh. This is nice and fresh. And it's a lot of tree in here. For this, it's beautifully blended. Fir, evergreen, and balsam. Balsam, fir, and evergreen. For sure. For sure. Ozone and cedarwood. I would say it does have that like aromatic quality to the fragrance. And while it is a woodsy present to it, it's tree woodsy, if that makes sense. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love this one. I might as well just go on the site. I might as well just repurchase all of these because just on code, I like every last fragrance that I hold. And Beloved Fragrance Finds, Amy over at Beloved Fragrance Finds just recently did a post-burn review of this candle. And then the 3 wicks just happened to be on sale at the time. So her post-burn review actually had me toss this one in my cart. So thanks for that amazing review, Amy, because I had my eyes on this one, but with the scent, the blend of the scent notes back then when this first came out, I wasn't a grapefruit fan. I wasn't really into grapefruit like I am now. So once she reviewed it, that definitely gave me the green light to just toss it in the cart and pick it up. So this is one I may have to get another one. So I'll probably just go ahead and place another order before the sale is over with these 3-wick designer jars. Now let's get into the candles that I chose from Kringle, which were gifted to me as a part of me becoming an ambassador for the brand. Choosing 3 candles out of the extensive amount that they offered, it sounded easier than it actually was because I'm very indecisive, but I am content with the 3 that I chose. First up, we have Christmas. I absolutely love this fragrance. Another candle you won't see in this video is Juniper and Laurel because I had ordered it as my free birthday candle, which is in June. So I wanted to jump on that quick because this one and Juniper and Laurel, and I think it's Snowcat Fraser, they always sell out every winter holiday season. So I wanted to make sure I secured a Juniper and Laurel. I will never forget the first time I had those candles back in 2022. It was in the medium 2-wick jar. I had Christmas lit in my living room, Juniper and Laurel in the dining room. It was a late night. Me and the boyfriend just got done staying up wrapping presents. We made hot chocolate and we turned on Home Alone and lit Christmas and Juniper and Laurel. And I fell in love. Those 2 fragrances really set the vibe for that mood at the time. And ever since then, I always told myself if I ever shop winter holiday candles and I can't get anything else, Christmas and Juniper and Laurel. Snowcat Fraser is amazing too, but Christmas and Juniper and Laurel will always be on my list if I can't get anything else from Kringle. Christmas has notes of Siberian fir needles, cedarwood, musk, sandalwood, and wood. Oh my goodness. This is the most authentic tree fragrance with that woodiness that I have ever smelt. And being somebody who loves tree fragrances, and I would say this fragrance is more leaning towards like Christmas holiday. So, I mean, you could burn what you want when you want. For me, I wouldn't mind burning this post holiday, but I usually like to light my more Christmas, traditional Christmas holiday tree scents up between the week of Thanksgiving leading all the way up until Christmas. And then I'll even burn it a little after Christmas because my tree usually doesn't get taken down until like New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve. But this right here, if you never had a Kringle Christmas holiday traditional scent, I highly recommend Juniper and Laurel and Christmas. Either you can't go wrong with either one. I love them both. I can't pick between the 2. And I also have Christmas in the 3-wick. I was so excited when I saw that one come out in the 3-wick format. I think I hauled that one last year. I absolutely love this fragrance. And it had amazing strength and throw. This one and Juniper and Laurel when I had it in a 2-wick medium jar. And I think this is in the 4-wick. So if it wasn't for me getting this already in the 2-wick and having it in the 3-wick, I definitely would have grabbed the 4-wick because I had it on my wish list to purchase in the extra large 4-wick. Now, depending on how fast I burn through this one, if that 4-wick's still available, I may haul that one too. But absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. Nice, beautiful, woodsy, authentic Christmas tree fragrance. I have been seeing so many reviewers rave about Cranberry, so I finally got my hands on it this year. Cranberry has notes of sparkling cranberry, juicy orange, bright raspberry, frosted juniper berry, sugar pine, and sweet vanilla bean. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It smells like cranberry, but it's a pretty cranberry. Not necessarily perfumey. What I will say is it's a powderiness to it from that raspberry note. There are times that with raspberry, I'm a little hesitant because I don't like dominant raspberry scents. But when they're blended with something, I find that I can enjoy and tolerate raspberry within fragrances. And I definitely get that. To me, raspberry always has this like fruity kind of tart powderiness to it. And I definitely get that in here with the cranberry. And it's mixed so beautifully with the cranberry. Juicy orange, frosted juniper berry. I don't really get the citrus. I don't even really get like a juniper note. This is mostly cranberry mixed with the raspberry for sure. That frosted juniper berry and pine is not coming through on cold to me. And if anything, the vanilla bean is probably a balancing factor from keeping the cranberry note from being too tart, and then it competing with the tart raspberry. I think that vanilla bean is the balancing factor in this fragrance, kind of smoothing those two scent notes out. And then the tree notes are probably in here as supporting factors as well, to where you get that equal balance of the cranberry and the equal balance of the bright raspberry. And who knows, when I burn it, the tree notes might come through a little more in the background or something, but I feel like those other notes are more so supporting notes to keep the cranberry and the raspberry from clashing. They're actually working together in this fragrance. And I can't wait to like this one because it smells absolutely amazing on cold. And then last but not least, we have Cypress and Cinnamon. When the winter candles released last year, this one, I had my eye on quite a few of them because they had a reserve launch. They had, I think it was like a winter flight. It was a lot of stuff. Kringle was releasing a lot of stuff last year for winter holiday. But I love Cypress fragrances, and I love when tree scents are blended with spice. So it was between this one, I think it was reindeer beer and frosted spice. And because I do have a lot of peppermint scents, and I wasn't too sure how I would feel about a root beer candle, I still may snag that one. I think it's in the 4-wick too. I decided to go ahead and get Cypress and Cinnamon. Cypress and Cinnamon has notes of fir needle, spice, balsam, green, wood, and spice. And yep, this is I get that fruit. What is it? Is it orange? It's a fruit in here. Fir needle, spice, balsam, green, wood, and spice. Yeah, I'm getting tree and spice. I mean, I'm getting tree and fruit more than spice. I do smell the cinnamon in there, but it's more in the background. It's not dominating the fragrance. Yeah, that's funny because it's not listed in the notes anywhere, but it is on the label. If you can see that, it's like orange slices. It got to be orange. That doesn't look like grapefruit. So it's definitely some type of fruity citrus in here. To me, it smells like orange, cinnamon in the background. And even though it is fir needle and balsam in here, and then it says green, it's not an overpowering tree scent. At least not on cold. The tree note may come through more, but on cold, I'm getting fruity forefront, the fruitiness at the forefront, undertone of spice. And the tree notes are kind of in the background. Oh, this is going to blend beautifully. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to light this one. I do have a winter holiday wish list with Kringle, and just smelling all of these candles, it does make me want to make some repurchases, but I'm trying to be mindful because we get a small window for like winter holiday scents. Well, mostly holiday scents. Winter scents, if it's an outdoorsy, fresh, cold type of winter tree scent, I'll still burn that through January. And I'll still burn some like fresh winter scents during February as well, leading up to March. I gotta be mindful of the amount of candles I'm bringing in. So I've been trying not to do too many repurchases, but just smelling all of these on cold, it makes me want to get backups. Like seriously. And all of these smell nice and strong. None of these fragrances that I've smelled from my haul or from this batch of candles that Kringle gifted me are like light and subtle on cold. So I cannot wait to burn these, and I will probably start as early as November. I'm still going to burn fall and finish up some Halloween candles, but to start getting the spirit of the holiday, I'm definitely going to start burning these soon because these smell amazing. And I'm so glad I finally got my hands on Cypress and cinnamon. And this was actually an unboxing. Like, I'll kind of pause the video so that I could, not make a lot of noise opening up the boxes. But this is my first time smelling these. And I actually received the two of the orders, I think, a week ago. So let's hop into my final thoughts and a fun ranking of the new winter reserves that are launching on October 28th. And then this video will be a wrap. Okay, so I'm going to rank these fragrances as I go through them with you guys because, as I stated, I did do individual post-burn reviews on all of these where you guys can definitely tune into those if you need to figure out which ones you may want. You may want all of them. You may want to cross some off the wish list once you see the review. But if I had to put a candle at number 1 from this Winter Reserve launch, it is going to be Jolly Gingerbread. This candle smells so authentic to gingerbread cookies being baked in the oven. It never turned burnt or scorched because sometimes when we get those spicy gourmand fragrances, it gets that burnt scorched smell. To my nose, this did not have that. And this handled my open concept. Solid 7, filled every room in my open concept space without a hurricane. So if you are a gourmand lover and you enjoy spice notes and you enjoy classic traditional gingerbread fragrances, I highly recommend picking up Jolly Gingerbread. In the number 2 slot, we have Holiday Roast. Now, this is the conceptual fragrance out of the bunch, and it, to me, wasn't the strongest out of the 4 candles, but it still had a nice soft medium presence, whether I had it in my open concept living room space or if I burned it in my bedroom. This is such a unique blend, like fragrance blend, where on cold you get one thing, but then when you light it, it transforms into something else. On cold, it smells amazing, and when you burn it, it still smells amazing, but the scent does change a bit, at least to my nose, when you light this one up. I highly recommend Holiday Roast if you are into conceptual fragrances. It's not overly conceptual because I know some conceptual scents for some people can be too much, and that's why people don't get into them. But this one, it's unique, but it's very nice. It's very nice. If you are into conceptual fragrances, then I highly recommend checking out Holiday Roast. I know some of you guys probably thought this was going to be my number 1 choice, but coming in at number 3 is Enchanted Winter. Enchanted Winter was another soft medium performer for me in my open and closed concept. And I continue burning this baby way past where I was when I initially reviewed it because I wanted to be sure when I ranked this at a 6 to 6.5 that that's what I was going to stand on. I felt like I was going to have to update y'all in this video, but to me, this mostly stayed in between a 6 to 6.5. And with the way this fragrance is blended, because it's cool, it's fresh, it's outdoorsy, and it has 3 blends of tree in here. You get that juniper note, which is the gin. It's not a boozy alcoholic gin. It is a juniper berry type of note with cypress and pine. This one may not be, it could be probably polarizing for some people, but I do like how unique and different it is. I have never smelled a tree fragrance blend like this before. So it's not my favorite tree scent, but it is one that I feel like I would repurchase just because it's so different from your average to traditional like pine scent or Christmas tree type fragrance. You can honestly burn this. I was enjoying this now in the fall. I think it's going to be great as a winter holiday fragrance, and you can also burn it as a post-holiday fragrance. So this one, because I'm so low down into it, I'm like down to here. This is one I'm probably going to have to repurchase because when I get that low into my candles, I don't really pack them away to hold on to them. So if I burn through this one before December hits, then I'll probably end up repurchasing this one so I could burn it again in January, because I think this will make a beautiful January tree scented candle. And then last but not least, not because it's a bad fragrance, just because I feel like it's a bit mismarketed. It is a good scent, but compared to the other three, Candy Cane Martini is in the 4th place. Now, this one was the strongest candle out of the bunch. And you know how much we all scream for high strength and throw candles. That is what you're going to get with this one. And when you smell Candy Cane Martini on cold, it is nose clearing peppermint, but it's a sweet and fresh peppermint. It's not super like, you know how some peppermint scents can have that like mentholated camphorous type of undertone to it. This has a nice balance of sweetness to go along with the peppermint. However, there is no shot of vodka in this, and there is not even a teaspoon of vodka in this candle. So if you were worried about the name, the labeling, the scent notes, don't let that deter you from trying this if you are a peppermint fragrance lover, because this is not boozy at all. It's not even giving a mocktail martini. It just smells like a nice, fresh, sweet peppermint. Very well done, very authentic, with a high strength and throw in my open concept. This got an 8 in my open concept. So even though it's strong, it's not overpowering. This did fill my open concept and travel to the 2nd level in my home. So Candy Cane Martini was the strongest out of the bunch for me. And going back to Jolly Gingerbread, because I don't know if I sniffed this one for you guys. But yeah, just the way it smells on cold, you're not going to have any surprising body care or perfumey notes popping out with this one. The way that this smells on cold, it smells even better while lit, but it still is true to the fragrance on cold when you go to light Jolly Gingerbread. You're going to get a nice, yummy, spiced gourmand scent, bakery scent when you light Jolly Gingerbread. That's it, you guys. That's all I have for this Kringle haul. If you stayed tuned to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, the Winter Reserve candles are launching on October 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are not a rewards member, I highly recommend signing up. Kringle has some great offers. You earn points, which you can put towards your purchases to get discounts, or you can use my affiliate code, Fragrance Junkie. I will link it in the description box below. That code is commission eligible, so please only use it if you are comfortable. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, bye.